Hopefully we got it working. All right, guys, what's up? How's it going? Hopefully y'all can hear me. Good to see everybody. We're running late as usual. We went out and flew today, so got back here a little late. Had to eat dinner real quick and got a good old Red Bull so we can keep on keeping on. Anyhow, so anybody get out and fly this weekend? We got rained out yesterday, super windy. Today was a tad bit windy, but then it calmed down at night, and we had a blast. We had a blast. Got to mate in the HSD Cessna 182 and the ME 262, and what a blast. All right, so we'll do a little bit of a roll call as usual, and we'll get into this thing. All righty. I'm going to try to scroll back up to the top. I really need to get a mouse. So we've got Eddie K's RC, Paul McNeil, Shadow Ops, Mike Bird, Pilot Jerry RC, Wild Bill, George Watts, Pilot Ryan Media. Holy smokes, how's it going? Wild Bill, I think I said Wild Bill already. Michael Rajka, EQRC, Victor RC, and let's see, Ken Sprouse, Mike Bird, Phil Bender, Brett. I don't want to screw up your last name. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody got to get out and fly. Me and Ryan did, and we had a blast. Some things I can't talk about, but I wish I could because, oh my goodness. Just, yeah, stay tuned to Ryan's channel coming up, guys. There's going to be some really cool stuff coming. But, yeah, that ME 262, I got 3 or 4 flights in on that today, and that was an absolute blast. Got some video on it, got some video of the 182, so you guys will see some of that stuff coming soon as we get some time to edit it. Yeah, so Dynam Pit Spinner Shadow, I think I have something that will work for you actually. So if you want to message me on Facebook or my email, bobby.comita@bitgohobby.com, I think I can hook you up, buddy. Pilot JRC, yeah. We actually didn't fly that one today. Yeah, I need to get a cordless mouse, Victor. You know, I did have one, and then I lost the little piece that plugged into my laptop, so I've went without one forever. But I need to get one. It helps scrolling back up in the chat. So, sorry, seeing if anybody was awesome. Yeah, no problem, Shadow Ops. Philip said rain all day, but yesterday flew the P-49 Air Cobra 1.2 yesterday. Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. That's a good flying bird. P-39, yep, I knew what you meant. Paul McNeil, yeah, we should be getting wing struts in here soon. You're not the only one. I'm gonna see if I can get some real quick here for everybody. I have about 3 of you guys that need them, and they seem to sell out really quick when we get them for some reason. And the scale guns do too, actually. I guess a lot of people like to paint those up and whatnot, though. So we're building the Sonic 185 glider here. I'm not too familiar. I haven't really flown too many gliders. Closest thing I've got to a glider is the Hawksky V2. But there's actually been a lot of you asking about this airplane, so I thought we would build it tonight because I'm kind of curious about it as well. All right, so first off, we have the decal sheet. We'll just set this off to the side for a little while. All right. Our directions. Fuselage here. I know our buddy Dave Marshall, I haven't seen him in here yet. He's been wanting one of these too to make a long-range FPV setup off of. So that might be kind of cool. The shape of it looks kind of like it's kind of going to be kind of fast. Oh, that's a real strong magnet on there. Okay. So it looks like this just kind of tongue and grooves in here, the canopy. And there's a plastic covering on it here so you don't get it screwed. Oh, that's really nice. That's pretty. So there's that, and then that's your... Oh, I grabbed the bind and play. I thought I grabbed the plug and play. So there's the receiver pre-installed, and then battery area. I think this is a 3-cell plane. I better check the specs on it real quick. All right. Got our wings here. Oops, and tail section. All right. Big spar. Holy smokes, that's a long spar. And then what's in the goodie box here? That big old box just for those horns. Went to grab in there, I thought there was going to be a lot more in there than what there was. Alright, so as far as specs go on this bad boy, it is 72.8-inch wingspan in total, 42.9 inches long. Oh, it calls for a 2-cell 1800 milliamp battery. I thought it would be a 3-cell. Cool. So this should be interesting. All right, well, so I said a 2-cell, but so the manual here, I'm looking at it, and on the specs here, recommended battery is a 7.4 1800 milliamp, and then you flip it over and it suggests a 3-cell 1250 milliamp battery pack. So I'm going to pop it open to see what ESC we have in here. So it is the 30 amp ESC. So this is the 3-cell version. I guess the old version must have been 2-cell. Yeah, 2-cell. That's what I thought Wild Bill was like. 2-cell. That's kind of weird, but yeah, it says here 3. So yeah, they must have just got the manual wrong. Ken Sprouse, 30 amp Skylord ESC. I was going to try to peek out the motor, but I can't really see it. It's a pretty decent size. It looks like a 3720 size motor. All right, so let's get into this thing. So first step they want you to do is the tail. This actually looks like a pretty painless build, actually. So, get our wrench stand here. Hopefully it's painless because all the tools are still in the trailer. And there's the tail. All right. So it looks like this just holds in with one nylon screw here in the back. Grab my screwdriver. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so for transport transport purposes, this will probably be pretty easy to take back and forth from the field. Especially if you really need to take the tail off, you can. It's one screw and done. So that was that easy. Oh, that's nice and solid. Okay. And then I guess, oh yeah, that's the spot for the control horn there. That is quite interesting how that works. Ah, I see. So the control horn comes up through the fuselage there. Interesting. All right. Whoops, that side was already open. All right. Sorry if I'm missing anything in the chat, guys. All right, there's one done. They really twist up these little ties sometimes on here. All right, there we go. Hopefully we're back. Oh. All right. Are we good now? I don't know why we lost. We dropped internet connection there. All right, cool. We're back. Thank goodness. Sorry about that. All right. So where were we? Putting on the wing, I think. Cool. Everybody said we're back. All right. Let's see. You know when some more dancing wing stock planes will be, or plug and play will be back. It's, oh, the sticks. Hopefully, you know, that's a good question. Hopefully in probably about a month or two, whenever we get the next container in. So probably, if I had to guess, probably late spring. Yeah, Shadow Ops, that's the first time that's happened to me. Jermaine Spencer, how you doing, buddy? Just saw you in here. Ah, Dennis Farley, too. There he is. All right. So how do they want you to mount these wings? I didn't look at that. Alrighty. I'm glad that they made the servo leads long enough too for you to actually get them in here. There we go. That is a tight fit. Holy smokes. Jeez Louise. Okay, there we go. My goodness, that is a tight fit. Alright, so there's that part. I guess that's pretty much it. Besides putting on that little servo horn in the back that we have to glue on. But I'll probably do that after I put on decals. So we'll put on decals and see if it wakes this plain white glider up. All right. I usually never follow the manual on how the stickers go either. I always end up doing something my own way most of the time. Oops. Maybe we'll start on this curve here. I'll get it right eventually. David Martin Graff. He said, Bobby, how do you're doing your fast building? Don't forget to program the glider with some crow. I think you guys got a little crow action as far as programming goes last night. I think our buddy Ryan was trying to figure that one out on his show last night. That's a cool flying bird too. I don't know where it's at. Usually I use my little hobby knife and trim some of this stuff up, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. All right, let's see here. This one they want on the wing. All Stickers wake it up a little bit. Oops. If I can get my line right there. All right, there's that part. Let's see. Oh, they want another one. Going this way. I think one of these would be cool with an EDF on it, strapped somewhere on it. Oops, see if I can get my spacing somewhat right on this, eyeballing it. Yeah, close enough. Oops, I think the big one goes on top here. Yeah, Brian Chambers, he said, nothing worse than applying decals first thing in the morning before your first cup of coffee. Yeah, that's right. That's how things end up put on backwards. Oops. That's what I get for trying to flop it down like that, get a bubble in it. There we go. That wakes it up a little bit. Oh, I guess the lightning bolts are for the side. Man, these things are a pain in the butt sometimes to get up. So I know some of you guys said it was a little windy out or raining for you. Hopefully you guys will get out next weekend. We got super lucky because the way the weather was looking, we weren't going to be able to get out at all. And then they changed it last night to where it wasn't looking too bad. And then at the end of the day, we got very, very, very lucky. It turned out to be beautiful at the end of the day. That's how it always goes, though. And then I forgot to mention also, guys, for the show special tonight, I put the Dynam Beaver in there. It is on sale right now for $165, plug and play. So if you guys are interested, you can go ahead, click the link in the description in the show there, and it'll take you right to the Beaver plug and play that is on sale. stuck to me. There we go. I don't think I got it. Not quite as nice as the other side, but not too shabby. All right. Trying to figure out where the rest of these decals go here. Looks like we have some in the tail section. Thanks, Mike Bird. Yeah, it's not too bad. I was curious to see what it was going to look like, actually. How do they want you to do that one? I'm actually going to do this opposite from what the manual says. Oops. All right, so that covers up that plastic plate there. You just have to use a little X-Acto knife and cut it out for your screw hole there if you plan on taking this off. All right, looks like we got a couple more on the tail section here. Try to get around that corner there without wrinkling it. Oops, there we go. Grabbing the wrong sheet. Actually might have put the wrong one on this side, but Oops. If I could get it to sit where I want it. All right, add these 185 decals on the side, and then I'm just going to leave the bottom white, I think. All right, doesn't look too bad. Oops, actually, you know what? I'm going to do that while I put on the last decal. All right, there we go. That actually built a lot quicker than what I was expecting it to. I didn't know what all was behind the build on this one, but it was really painless actually. Yeah, one bolt and then a horn for the back end that I need to glue on still. Throw that over there for now. All right, sorry if I missed anything in the chat. Wild Bill, that's a good question. 3 or 4 channel? This is a 4-channel bird. It has ailerons, elevator, and rudder, plus throttle. All righty. Sorry, I was just trying to catch up in the chat here real quick, make sure I didn't miss anything. See you later, Shadow Ops. Just saw that you're taking off. BD Tennessee, do you think a 3S 2200 will fit? You know, I think it would. I don't really like the ESC situation they have going on up in here because it's kind of like, it gets in the way of all that sort of. Personally, I'd probably move my receiver back if possible. And then trim out, there's like some foam tabs in here I'd trim out, and then probably set that ESC level, and then yeah, you could probably easily get a 3-cell 2200 up in there. I don't see why you couldn't. Just kind of goofy the way they have this all. You can slide this forward more too. It's just, you're going to have to do a little bit of cutting, I think, to get in there and kind of move stuff around. I mean, even with a 2-cell pack, I think you'd still want to make some adjustments in there just so your battery doesn't go anywhere. Because it is kind of a little goofy how they have it set up, but with a glider, you're probably not going to be doing crazy aerobatics or anything either. But this thing actually looks like it's going to be pretty fast, though. And it has the folding props up front, so this should be quite interesting. Yeah, this is all, oh wow, that's cool. This is all aluminum right here too, which is neat. Even where the props connect into is all aluminum. So yeah, it should be a pretty cool bird. It's a lot bigger than what I thought, but yeah, it looks pretty neat. I'm curious to try it out. I think some of you guys that do the FPV stuff, it might be a real good platform for that. I'm curious to see how it flies. Hey, Fred Barron, how you doing, buddy? Ronnie Layden, how you doing? Michael Nolan in the house. Time to build the C-188. Yeah, you know, I was moving stuff around the other day, and I have one that's partially built. I have to find the rest of the bits and pieces, and maybe we can do that. Yeah, it's a little bit of a later show tonight. We actually had a blast flying today. Me and my buddy Adam, we went out and flew for a while, tested out some stuff, and then Ryan showed up, and then the fun really began. We started doing some very interesting and fun projects. So it was a really good day of flying. It's always fun coming to the show after a day of flying too, because you're super pumped up, super amped. You're just so excited from what you just did. The 262, that thing, oh, it speaks for itself. I got 3 or 4 flights on that today, and we had a little bit of a crosswind when I maidened it, and I was a little nervous at first, you know. Actually, on my maiden flight, I ended up just landing it in the grass because I felt more comfortable with it. I had a little bit longer stretch of a runway here at our field. Our runway is only about 280 feet long, and it's about 30 feet wide maybe, and it was difficult to get it where I wanted it today with the crosswind that we had. South crosswind at our field is not a problem at all usually, but there's a quarry that sits to the north of our field, and when the wind's out of the north, it gets these, I don't know, like rollers that come out of it, and it'll just bounce your plane all around. It's wild. But it's a good time, especially if you have a stall plane or something like that. It's a really good time. The Stearman, actually, the other day, the Dynam Stearman will hold up its own pretty good in that, and so will the Tiger Moth. The Tiger Moth's real fun in a lot of wind. It'll fly backwards. Backwards. Yeah, Lee, flew real good. Yeah, and then the 182, of course, the Cessna 182 from HSD. Those are on the site as well. Those are now available, and that thing's killer too. That thing is a blast. And I don't have any stabilization, any AS3X, gyro, or anything in either the 262 or the 182, and they're flawless. I love it. The 182, actually, you would think I had something in it just because it's so darn smooth. Ah, Ken Berg, good to hear that, man. Thanks for watching the videos. Yeah, we love helping you guys out. It's awesome. And we learn too. I mean, we're learning with you on some of this stuff, so that's what's great about it. You guys get to learn with us. Especially new planes, new techs, doing shakedowns on stuff. I mean, we're all learning together, seeing what the airplane's going to do, and we like being able to pass the information along to you. Boss 223s, I just saw a comment, got it half together. Was that the stork? How's that coming along, buddy? Mine's actually almost done. I ran out of glue. I had to get more glue, and then we actually tried to get some today, and the darn hobby shop by us was closed. So, but hopefully we'll have some glue of our own eventually here. Decal RC, how you doing? Rage, how you doing? I just saw you guys in here too. Good to see everybody on a late Sunday night. Some of the shows coming up too might, they might be around 10 o'clock sometimes, because if we're out at the field and we have to take advantage of the nice weather when we can, especially if it's windy all day and calms down. So, yeah, and then hopefully we're trying to figure out something we can do so we can have some internet out at our field and actually do the show from the field. Build out there, fly out there, talk. I mean, we'll do it all. We'll have a campfire and sing Kumbaya together, do some night flying. So it should be a good time. But I think it'd be pretty cool, having a show out at the field like that. Jackson RC Aviation, good to see you in here, buddy. Yeah, so any more questions on the good old Sonic glider here? It's pretty interesting. I don't know if I showed you guys the bottom of the wing, but it's got a huge spar that runs all the way through here. Real big spar. Carbon fiber reinforcements here by the ailerons. It's pretty sturdy. Really dense foam too, actually. It's really a hard, dense foam. Whoops. The wingspan's so big I keep hitting it on everything. Anyhow. Yeah, Dennis, you know what? That's what I was wondering too. He said nothing to hold the wings on. And it doesn't show in the manual any glue. It just says press firmly together. And I think it's just because it's like, I have a hard time. I can barely pull that apart now that I got it together. So I'm just going to leave it. If it for some reason separates, you guys will see it. But I think it's just really tight pressure fit, I'm guessing. Because if you glued it, I mean, you could glue it no problem, but then that would be kind of a pain in the butt for transportation. Yeah, the only thing that shows to glue is that little tail piece, or the servo horn on the tail anyways. Tug Hilson, back from the hangar working on Project Dynam Bomb. All right. Ken Bird, I mean, as far as I know, I don't believe so. I really don't know what the reason behind that is, to be honest with you, for some of the other companies. I'm not sure. But as far as I know, no. Lee Davidson, when are you going to change the wall? Actually, I've been in progress of trying to get a different studio area kind of built up. It's just been, there's a lot going on around here. So, which is a good thing. It's great to be busy. So I just haven't had time to do that yet, Lee. So hopefully here soon you guys will see a different set and stuff. Ah, the RC Air Marshal, there he is. He said, is that the fancy Sonic 180? I'll do you better than that, Air Marshal. It's the fancy Sonic 185. Oh yeah. Yeah, we just bumped it up a whole 5. 185. Yeah, so I know I was just talking about you earlier, Air Marshal. I was telling them that you were interested in one of these for a FPV setup. Or like a long-range FPV setup. Might be a pretty good platform for it. Michael Nolan said the original Radian had the same wing attachment. I'll be darned. Yeah, you know, I flew the newest Radian that's out. I think Ryan had one of those. I think it was his that I flew. That's pretty interesting. Only downfall to that, I just didn't like that it was 3 channels. I like having ailerons, you know, which this one does. It just no lights. The Radian with the lights on it. That's pretty cool, especially at nighttime. But you can always add them onto this. All right. Sorry, I was just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything in the chat there. Spencer Keith, how's it going, man? Good to see you in here. He said that's Dana's dream wall. Hanger 51, how's it going? Good to see you, buddy. I bet you're just getting back from flying, aren't you? It's 11 o'clock. Maybe you got back from flying earlier than that. But I bet you Hanger 51 got out and did some flying today. Kenny's always flying. Yeah, Ken Strauss, he said that Crescendo is a blast, man. You know what? That's funny you said that. There was a guy out at our field today with one of those, having a pretty good time with it. I think he had it on 4S or something, too. It was fast. It was pretty fast. Not today. Rain all day. That's no good. Yeah, Boss223 said wind sucked here and it rained. Yeah, that's no fun. Wayne's RC, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, we got windy and rain yesterday, and then it kind of cleared off towards the end of the night, and then we had a little bit of a crosswind today out of the north, and with some sprinkles. Had to hide in the trailer for a little bit during the passing of the rain showers, but wasn't too bad. Hamilton's Hanger, what's up, buddy? How you doing, Shay? He said, rain, rain, go away. I get that. I hear that. Spencer Key said, been lurking since the show started. Heck yeah. Holy smokes. Ken Burt said had 1.5 inches of snow overnight here in Thorsby, Canada. Yeah, I bet you guys are still getting a little bit of snow here and there. I actually had a friend that was out in Colorado, and it looked like there was some snow out there as well in the higher altitudes. Heck yeah. So that's the Sonic 185, guys. Are there any other planes or anything that we want to check out or dive into or talk about? I knew we'd build this. That's why I put Flight Talk in the title, because I didn't know how fast it would go, but I figured if it did go fast, we could at least talk about flying, because that's like the best thing to do, right? Or build something else, whatever you guys want to do. We're just coming up on an hour in. Spitfire. I wish I had one, Mike Bird. We don't have any in stock right now, unfortunately. At least at my warehouse, we don't have any. Sunburnt from flying, Spencer Keith said. Hey, that means you guys had warm weather, I hope, then. It was pretty chilly up here for us today, but it was still fun. I was not complaining. We got to get out and fly, and me and Ryan had a blast today. Giggling like little schoolgirls. Craig Beaven said, Bobby, show us the battery bay. No problem. That's what I was kind of talking about a little bit ago. I'm not totally sold on the battery bay situation on this thing. So here's the battery bay. Oops, hopefully you guys can see it. I just moved the whole table. So here's the battery bay. They have the ESC light right there, which I don't think is very cool by any means. But I was saying you can get in there with a little X-Acto knife and just trim off these two tabs, and it'll allow that ESC to sit flat, and then you can probably fit a 3S2200 in there if you wanted. I'm definitely going to do something to it. When I do the video, I'll explain all of the little modifications I did to it, which really I'm not going to do modifications to anything else on the plane, just the battery bay. That's the only thing that I'm really not too psyched at. But it does have these little air inlets on the side here, so that's good that you get some cooling. And then a nice little strong magnet kind of just pops it on there. Tongue and grooves up here. BD Tennessee said Dynam Cessna 550 Turbo. You know, I actually got one of those. We did a video on it. If you check out the channel, I have one of those in the other room actually, and I did like a kind of like a reconnaissance scheme on it. I did it in, put some stars and bars on it and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, Wild Bill said grab the on sale beaver. Yep, that's right, guys. So show special I have in the description there. If you click through the link, it'll take you to the Dynam Beaver plug and play, which is $165 on sale right now. Ah, Tug Hill RC, that's too bad. He said, Kenny, you're going to win the pylon race. I smashed mine up test flying today, and I'm not buying a replacement at this point. The whole tail snapped off, and I augured in hard. Ah, that's too bad. You know, so my little racer I'm working on, I'm thinking it might give you guys a run for your money. So I'm curious to see. Don't say anything, Air Marshal, because I know you got a little sneak peek at it. It's definitely not going to be your traditional GB, though. I can promise you that. What kind of racer were you working on, Tug? Ah, Jermaine Spencer said video. It's always great when you have those videos, huh? Air Marshal said, Tug Hill, that's why the Mustang won't go up until I get down to Florida. Yes, because I'm going to have a video camera on that for sure, Air Marshal. I'm curious to see how that goes. I think there's going to be a lot of carnage at the Pilot Ryan Media fly-in. Oh, I cannot wait. And just in case you guys forgot about the Pilot Ryan Media fly-in, this is it right here. It is May 12th to the 16th, and we would love to see everybody down there. Could not wait to meet you guys, fly with you, and yeah, just have a good old time. Cannot wait. There's a few other events coming up later on in the summer that we will be promoting as well, but for right now, this is going to be the hot ticket. This is where it's at this year, the Pilot Ryan Media fly-in. Since Joe Nall got canceled, this is the place to be. All right. So yeah, guys. What do we want to talk about? What do you guys want to see? What shall we do? I like leaving it up to you guys. Yeah, you know what, Wayne's RC, can you shoot me a message at bobby.committa@bitgohobby.com or on Facebook at, just look me up, Bobby Committa on Facebook, or you can message the Bitgohobby site on Facebook as well, and I'll see any one of those you message me out, and I'll get back to you, and we'll get you figured out with something, buddy. Michael Berry, yeah, it is going to be it's going to be a great time. Cannot wait. Jermaine Spencer said, I'll be there even if I gotta do the Uber. yeah, you're right, Boss 223 said, nobody will recognize Ryan clean shaven. I think he only does the beard thing for the winter. I do that too. I'm getting scruffy because it's been cold. I have a tendency to do that. Oops, so start to echo. Oh, you know what? I might have turned on. Sorry, I gotta go back to this page real quick. Alrighty. Ah, that's too bad, Ken Bird. Tughill RC said, I'll be a cameraman for the event. Heck yeah, we need one. Yeah, I'm excited to fly at that field. It looks really nice. It looks really, really nice. I can't wait. I like pavement. I love flying off pavement. That's one of my favorite surfaces to fly off. I don't mind our mat, but I don't know, there's just something about pavement that I like it. That fixed it. All right, cool. Yeah, I accidentally turned on 2 audio sources by accident. Spencer Key said, Bobby, what Dynam haven't you built? You know, I was trying to think that earlier. There's a couple that I know of. I'm trying to think what I have not built other than the little mini Spitfire. I haven't built one of those. There was one other one that I thought about the other day that I walked past parts for it, and I was like, I haven't built one of those yet. I can't remember what it was now. Yeah, I built almost all of them though. I think we have. Philip Bender, so the Dynam Beaver will come with floats and landing gear. It will come with both in the box. Yep, so you have the option whether to put the gear on it or the floats. Or you can, it's pretty easy to take them on and off. Yep. No better time than now. Yeah, I actually don't have any of those in stock at the moment. I'm trying to think what I have that we can build. Have I tried flying wires on the Tiger Moth? No, I have not. I have not done that. You know, a lot of times I never mess with flying wires. I did on the Stearman, on the Dynam Stearman, but yeah, I haven't messed with any of those yet. Craig Bevan said, Bobby, be ready for the wind to be from the south. It gets bumpy at the Imperial Field. I'm curious to see, man. It gets bumpy here out of the north, so I think we'll have a good time. Little wind's not too bad. Excuses. Yeah, Philip Bender. I don't know why the Beaver doesn't show any wheels in the picture. It does come with them, though. Dave Marshall. He said, you know, funny story. Real airplanes also prefer pavement. Really? I didn't know. You know, some prefer grass too. Oh man, Ken Sprouse, that's it's still top secret. We're working out some stuff on it, so they'll be available soon, real soon. They're actually in production as we speak. So nope, not that one, Pilot Jerry. I wonder what else we can throw together or talk about. Trying to see if I have anything partially built around here. Just something real quick. Ah, I know one I haven't built yet, Spencer Keith, is the Dynam Sea Wind. I haven't built one of those yet. That looks like an interesting airplane. I'm just going through the list here trying to think of what we have not built. Yeah, so the Mini Spitfire. We knocked the Sonic 185 glider off the list tonight. Ah, the Dynam Scout. Haven't built one of those yet. The Super Cub. Yeah, so I guess there's a few more than what I thought. Yeah, definitely a few more than what I thought there. Yeah, Albatross. I have built an Albatross actually, Air Marshal. That was an awesome flying airplane until I dumb thumbed it. All my fault. Flying Fortress RC said, Bobby, are you guys doing any flying stuff where you're at? Yeah, you know what? We're going to have a fly-in at our local field. I think it's going to be late August, I want to say, or early August. And then we're going to be at, I don't know if Ryan will be, but I'll be at Jet Jam, and that's in Rosewood, Indiana, in the southern part, right by Kentucky there, right on the line. And then Neffy will be late August, and Ryan and I both will hopefully be helping coordinate that, and that should be a pretty awesome and big-sized event right at the AMA headquarters there in Muncie, Indiana. Michael Rajka. Ah, nice, Air Marshal. Heck yeah, man. Yes, I'm trying to think what else do you guys want to talk about? See built. We've been at it for about an hour and 15 minutes. We probably won't go super late tonight. There are a lot of things to do around here. Yeah, Flying Fortress RC, definitely. Definitely. And you know what? I might try to set up an event at some point this year too. Probably won't be until, I don't know, mid to late July. But I wouldn't mind setting up a little fly-in here at our local field where you guys see all the videos and stuff done at. Just for you guys, just for like our viewers and everything. Have all of you guys come out and fly with us for a day or two. I think that'd be pretty fun. Build a Spock 314. I built 2 of those there, Marshall. I actually have one of those sitting in the other room. Trying to think. All right, so I guess I can go grab, I'm trying to think. I'm going to go grab an airplane real quick. All right, let's see here. Maybe we'll bust out a Seawind. We'll unbox it because I haven't really even seen a Seawind yet. I've never bothered to open one. They look kind of cool. Captain Mike used to love the Dynam Seawind. He flew his quite a bit and would do some crazy, weird, flat spin things with it. It was pretty wild. I couldn't believe what that airplane would actually do. So I will go find one of those and pull it down, and we can at least unbox it, and maybe we'll build it. Yeah, Tucky, I'll let you guys know if we do something like that. I plan on doing it. So as soon as I get kind of things set up and coordinated and figured out, I will definitely let you guys know. All right, so give me a quick second and run and grab a Seawind. All right, we're back. So this is down. So I was thinking, you know, I was walking through the aisle to get the Seawind, and I have the Spitfire on floats that I've never built that one either. So I was gonna leave it up to you guys. We'll unbox one of these, either the Seawind or the Spitfire on floats, and I will leave it up to you guys. Spitfire on floats, let's see some fire emojis, and we'll see some thumbs up for the Seawinds. So whatever wins the contest, we will unbox. I see 2 for Spitfire. Yeah, Air Marshal, I don't know why they put, I guess it's because it's the same size box. They put the Spitfires in the smart cardboard. It screwed me up big time when I received these off the container and stacked them all with the smarts, though, I'll tell you that. All right, it looks like the Spitfire won by a generous margin there. Who knows though? It could change quickly overnight. All right. So let's see here. I reckon Roy said both. Dave Air Marshal, luckily, no, I have not. You know how I caught that is I sold a Spitfire and was like, how in the heck did I sell one of these? I thought I didn't have any more in stock. And then I looked at my stock numbers and I was like, well, something's wrong here because it says I have a bunch of them. And yeah, got looking and found out why. It's because I stacked them all with the smarts. By accident. But it does say on the label what it is. Ooh. Alrighty. Ken Sprouse said Dana's gonna have a stroke. Alrighty. So here it is. Interesting little plane. I never knew this was a real deal until I researched into this a little bit after I seen Dynam release one. Pretty interesting, to say the least. And I believe you can still buy the retract separate if you want on this plane and convert it to having landing gear if you want to down the road. Ugh. Holy smoke. There we go. All right, so there's our decals. I just caught that myself, Air Marshal. We'll skip past that, all right? It's a server Marion. Captain Photon, what is up? How is it going, buddy? All right. So here we have the beautiful fuselage. Nice big battery bay in there. Slide all types of... I think I put a 2600 in the last one I had. I can't remember. Well, the regular version anyways, not the one with floats. This one might be beefed up a little bit more. I'm not sure. It looks like it has a bigger motor. Trying to see what motor they have on this. I always like to look at the can. And of course, this one I can't see. I think it says 650 kV motor. Yeah, 650 kV with a yeah, 650 kV motor with a 50 amp ESC. That's right, Air Marshal. He said, I know a motor it wants. Tomcat G25, baby. That's right. Captain Photon. Nothing wrong with a little relaxation, Mr. Photon. Alright, so we have our four-bladed prop. Plastic parts, so guns, nose cone, screws and glue. Our canopy. Alright, now we have if I get it open. All right, the wing set. Oops. Everything's nice, pre-installed on there. I'll pull this open actually. Yeah, so what I was saying earlier, if you want to later on down the road take these floats off, all the preparations are made here already, and the mounts are here as well. To screw-in gear, if you'd like to make this a non-float version down the road. And then this is just glued in right here. I think I can wiggle it out. There's the tail portion. Carbon spar. Our directions. Ooh. And I'm guessing our float set. Yep. It's like a leaning tower of boxes over there. Alrighty, so get my earth stand back up here. I said we'd unbox it, but I suppose we'll build a little bit of it. It's hard to take things out of the box and not start building them. Alrighty. There we go. Alright, there's our nice little float set. These floats are actually really nice too. So here's your inserts, and there's some plastic fittings inside there for your carbon spars to run across for the floats to connect. And then all of this on the bottom here is all nice smooth plastic. So you can probably fly this thing off with snow if you'd like as well. Yeah, it's pretty nice. All right, and then these look like our float stands. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty neat. So these just glue on here like so. And then there's a pre-installed servo in here to connect your linkage to the back of the water rudder here. And then it comes with this nifty, and this thing's in there pretty good, a plastic hard mount for you to mount into the wing as if, I mean this is the opposite side obviously, but to mount in there, oops, like that. And then you just screw it in to like where the retract pocket is. So that's pretty cool. Definitely interesting. I didn't know what all this would entail. I have not messed with one of these before. Michael Bear, yeah, float flying is very fun. Lee Davidson said, so will the floats fit the Mustang or the P-47? You know what, man, if you that's a good question. You know, if you bought, I mean, I'd imagine if you bought just the Spitfire float set, you probably could mod this on to one of those airplanes, I'd imagine. Because, I mean, this is about the same size as any regular Dynam retract pocket. So I'd imagine you could just pop this in and screw it down and then, yeah, I guess you might be able to do that. That's a good question. Maybe we'll experiment one of these days with something like that. Yeah, might be able to. I know you're up in Canada, so you get more snow than we do down here too. So that might be something good for you, huh? Boss223, thanks for joining in, man. Good to see you, buddy. Cool. Oh, and the flaps. I just noticed that. It has flaps as well. Cool. Bust the rest of these out here. Whoop. That's right. It's modeling. You can make anything happen. That is very true. That is what is so great about our hobby. Especially with this stuff and the technology, it's pretty mind-blowing how far some of this stuff has came. Especially from all the balsa stuff I used to fly. Even that stuff all laser cut now and really pretty. Alright, so let's see what the manual suggests us to do first. Alright, so they call for the tail section to be put on. First. Alright. Bust open this bag with our screws in it here. Oops. There we go. Figure out what screws it. I think I know what ones they are. Okay, yeah I do. Alright. The key is to opening some of these bags without getting stuff all over the place. Aha, there we go. Alright. So it wants us to do the tail portion first. Oops. Pop that boy in there like that. Whoops. Might have bent that control rod a little bit, catching it on myself. All right. There we go. Make sure everything fits nice, dry fit. Oops, almost forgot to slide that little tab in there. There we go. All right. Nice dry fit. Take our mini screwdriver here. Alrighty. So that's that. That's on there nice and solid. I'm going to go ahead while I'm back here and throw my tail wheel in, I think, as well. Photon. I'll try and rearrange my wall for next weekend. How about that? Alright, that's in there. Alright, so that buttons up the tail portion of it there. Alright, next step, get these screws off of here. Alright, so next our directions call, well, it says to put the prop and spinner on, but I'm going to wait for that. Well, and then it tells you to do the floats, so it wants you to put the floats together. Alright, sometimes directions with these are hit and miss. But if you built one foam plane, you've built about all of them, so they're not too hard most of the time. UQRC, thanks for the heads up, man. Ken Sprouse, let's see, what did you say, buddy? Hey, Bobby K, I know you're building, but what is the deal with the trade-in deal on Dynam/Detram stuff? You know what? If you want to email me, I can probably get you all of the info on that, because I know some of that stuff does change. So I don't want to tell you something and be wrong, but if you can email me, I can send you all of the information on that. Alrighty. So it wants us to do these float deals next. We're going to try that out here. You know what, it doesn't say to, but I'm going to actually put this wing together, I think, before I do this. At least slide the spar in there. So I think it might just make it a little bit easier on us here. Or it might not, too. Who knows? Newts Airborne RC, have a good night, buddy. Thank you very much. All right. Alrighty. There's that. So this is what I was trying to figure out. I wonder if they just don't have this pocket glued in or something. So that's the only goofy thing to me. Oh, you know what? So, I figured it out. Mikey likes it. How you doing, buddy? So these wheel covers here that pop out, here I'm thinking that was your servo wire for if you wanted to put your retracts in. It's not. What they did there was they put that wire there for your floats. Duh. I'm like, man, we're through here, you know, it's all glued in. Well, that's how. Alrighty. So we'll undo this here. Like that. Just trying to figure out how this thing goes. Aha, alright, there we go. Think I can get it in the pocket here now. Alright, there we go, just like that. That's pretty simple. Then we can hide all this just by popping our cover back on. Like that. Whoops. If I can get it in there flush without screwing up the wires. How dare you, Photon? Coach, how you doing, buddy? Alright, so we got that part in there. Now I need to secure it and screw it down with the other screws. Yeah, I hope you don't come through my Taco Bell, Photon. Oops. Jeez Louise. Alright, so maybe those aren't the right screws. That's right, Captain. That was dinner tonight. So the issue I'm having is the screws that they want me to use for these floats that they supplied, I can't get to start. Alright, we'll try something different here. Try these. I just know these are not the right screws for it. So I think they gave us a machine screw instead of an actual, kind of like a self-tapper or yeah, I don't think those are going to work for us. And I don't see any else in here. I think they just boogered up and gave me the wrong screws. So we'll have to wait on the floats until I can get, unless I have something laying in one of these trays here I can make work out. Alright, let's see if we can make some of these work here for temporary. All right, there's one side, and I will have to go back through and tighten those up a little bit. I'm just doing it so we can get it mocked up here. All right. All right, there's that portion of it. And then get our floats going on here. All right. So those fit in these little pockets here. There we go. I'm just going to test fit this right quick before I get any glue on it. Oops. Oh yeah, that all fits nice. Just gonna mock it up before I put glue on it, just so we can see what it looks like. It's actually pretty cool looking. Jeez, come on, there we go. Come on, there we go. Feed some of this spaghetti up through here. Doesn't have to be pretty, I guess, because I'm going to take it apart. I just want to see what it looks like. All right. Like I said, just trying to mock it up so we can get a good idea of what it's going to look like. That probably won't stay on there like that. Yeah, I'm going to set the canopy on it right now, buddy. The pilot, well actually the canopy area might have to trim a little bit because the pilot's shoulders are a little big. That's not a big deal. There's with the canopy on it. And I'll have it buttoned up by our next show, I'm sure. I'm interested to fly this one. Oops. I'm going to throw one screw in here just to keep the nose cone on. Oops, did I get it on there? Nope. There we go. Just one screw to kind of hold it together there. Just so we can get a good look at it. There she is. It's pretty cool. I'm really excited to get like glued together the rest of the way and get the decals and stuff on it. This is pretty neat. I'm curious to see how it flies. I mean, definitely what a unique aircraft. I tell you what. Let me see here. Yeah, so the Spitfire on floats, this one is $219, and we do have them in stock. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. I actually like the exhaust exits on this more than I do. It sounds weird, but these are actually a little bit more scale than what comes on just the regular Spitfire from them. That's pretty neat. You know, I'm curious too, is I don't remember other Spitfires having like this little chin scoop here. It must be because with floats it deleted the wings, or the scoops on the wings, I guess. That's pretty. I was just trying to like look at this and compare it to like a regular Spitfire, just trying to kind of point out what was different on it. But I mean, it looks mostly the same, obviously, besides the floats. But I did notice that chin scoop right here. That's kind of neat. Yeah, it's a pretty cool plane. I am glad you guys picked this one to check out tonight. This is pretty neat. It's going to look really good with all the decals on it too. Ken Sprouse, yeah, you can switch this to gear if you'd like. Yep, you sure can. Yeah, all the preparations for landing gear are made for you. So if you want to switch it down the road to landing gear, it's actually really easy to do, because there's just 4 bolts on each side for the floats to attach. 4 on here, 4 on that wing, and 4 on this wing, basically right where your retract pockets are at. You undo those bolts, slide out the pontoons, and then the actual retract for the Spitfire will slide right up in there, and you have all your connections and everything right there. It's actually pretty slick. Not too bad. I'm glad they thought about that when they did this, because I'm sure a lot of guys don't want to fly just floats. I'd imagine they want to do kind of both. But with something like this, I mean, this is great for at the lake in the summertime or at the park in the wintertime. So it's pretty neat. And nice plastic, smooth bottoms on the floats. It's pretty cool. Is the tail larger, I wonder? You know, it doesn't look like it on this one. It looks like it's the same size. Yeah, same size, same shape, I think, for the most part. Hanger 51 said lights. No, I don't see any lights on this one. But you can buy the light controllers. We do have those in stock, and add them on if that's something that you'd want to do. That's right, RCR Marshall. You can have one everywhere. Keep them on standby. Heck yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm pretty impressed by it, actually. It's a pretty neat airplane. I'm glad I walked past it going to get that Seawind. We'll have to make the Seawind for next week's show. I had too much fun with this one. I'm actually pretty excited to get it the rest of the way glued together and stuff. Are they out of stock? Dang. For some reason, I mean, maybe that's why they sell so quickly. I never even thought about guys buying them when they get these. That's probably, yeah, those sell out pretty quickly. F6F gear sell out pretty quick, and Hawker Tempest. I don't know why, but those three seem to really go out the door pretty quickly. And it's not like there's retract malfunctions, I don't think, with any of them, because most of them share the same actual retract module. But yeah, Flying Fortress RC. Yeah, this is a sweet plane. We'll do Seawind next weekend, I promise. We will do that, and then if there's something else you guys want to see, always let me know, you know. Message me or leave it in the comment section in this week's video for next week, and I'll see it. And yeah, I love all your guys' ideas. Like I said, the Sonic 185, the reason I decided to build that this week was I had quite a few questions on the other side of all the boxes I've stacked up over the night. But I'll grab it and I will put it over here next to this bad boy, so you guys can check it out. I really do like this plane, though. This is going to be a pretty neat experience. Get the decals off the ground over there. Holding, I just want to chuck this thing so bad. All right. Good old Sonic 185 in there. A little bit of it. So yeah. Sure, Captain Photon, why not, buddy? Hold on, you're retired, though. That was a nice try there, mister. Yeah, EQ, it does have a water rudder. Yes, it sure does. Let me see. I don't have it all the way together, so you just have to bear with me. But it does have the water rudders on the back. There's one steering servo that's in one of these float pylons here. That your linkage will run back to, and then this linkage runs across to the other side in the back. So yeah, I'd imagine it'll probably steer pretty well in the water. I think it was the PBY only had one steering rudder on it in the back, you know, and I was curious to see how that worked as far as like kind of driving a boat through the water, and it worked really well, and surprisingly had really good handling, taking it off and landing it. So one on each float with this, maybe we can do some donuts. Yeah, it looks kind of interesting without the decals. Yeah, I'll give you that. It'd actually be a pretty good model to paint. I've noticed, like, so these bare foam planes, if you don't scuff them down, or at least primer them with light coat, just laying on primer, if you just put straight paint on it, it will fisheye like crazy on this bare foam. But if you do it on one of the planes that already has paint on it, I can lay just regular Rust-Oleum right over these things. It doesn't bubble, it looks really good. But for some reason this bare foam, it does not like to adhere to that. Yeah, definitely. I'll put a link to the float plane for sure in there. Definitely. Holy smokes, it's midnight already. My goodness. So we're running on 2 hours, guys. There's still a lot to do around here, and we have Marvelous Monday coming tomorrow. So, busy day, but that's a good thing. Yeah, so any last minute questions or anything like that before we wrap it up tonight? It was a very, very good time seeing everybody in here tonight. Glad we got to build some stuff. Once again, sorry I was late to the show. Got caught up flying. I mean, what better reason than that to be late, huh? So, Philip Bender, see you later, buddy. Have a good night. Thanks for joining in. But yeah, we had a heck of a day flying. HSD 182, HSD 262, one of my new favorites. The sound of that thing, my goodness, I don't know if any of you guys have that one yet, but the sound of that is so cool. Even Dead Stick coming by, just fast passes and killing the throttle, that thing has a heck of a cool whistle to it. Those Twin 90s sound awesome. Ken Bird, thanks, man. Michael Berry said, I got an early morning full-scale flight. Heck, that's awesome. That's great. I bet you that's going to be really fun. Hope you have great weather for it, buddy. Full-scale flight, better run. Thanks for making me spend money on crap I don't need, Bobby. Sorry. Ken Sprouse, thanks, man. Appreciate it, buddy. Pilot Jerry RC, thanks. We'll see you next week. All right, guys, so I think we're going to wrap it up for the night. Once again, thank you so much for joining me on a late Sunday night. We got started out a little bit later than usual. Of course, on rainy, windy days, I will try my best to start at 9. I don't think that will be an issue, but some days when we're running late out at the field, we do start a little bit later, so I do apologize for that. It may happen more just because of flying. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much. Can't wait to see you guys next week. Stay tuned to the channel. We'll have some more videos dropping this week. Stay tuned to all of your favorite affiliates as well. Pilot Ryan Media, Dave Marshall, Dave's RC. I'm sure there's a ton of you guys I'm missing. Use their links if there's anything you guys want to buy through us. They do appreciate it, and it helps out their channel tremendously. Yeah, and until next week, guys, happy flying, and yeah, get some airtime. See ya.